Alright guys, so this is more or less like an introduction video to the network testing for the SDG generation internal. I just want to get this out to kind of give you guys a walkthrough how the game actually functions right now. So keep this in mind, this is the second network testing upon the final product. We don't know if there are going to be any further changes, but so far since since the first beta testing, we have definitely seen drastic improvement from virtually all aspects of the game. So I mean, like, I'm pretty confident to say what we are seeing right now is fairly close to like the finishing product. In my opinion, I think they have definitely polished a lot of the rough surfaces from the last beta. It just feels more refined, if you will. So we are gonna touch upon pretty much all the tabs in this video, just to kind of give you guys a broad overview of what is going on, because like I said again, we don't know what other changes they will be, so there's not really there's no point to like really dive deep into like the nitty gritty of stuff. So just looking at the interface of the homepage, I think it looks pretty good. Just the overall layout, it looks pretty good. You have like your rank right there. Right now we can't really see like the player profile, unfortunately. I'm just tabbing it. The other thing I saw that, welcome to engage base, they obviously misspelled that, so upon like the final version that should have been fixed already. So we get some campaign. So I think currently they are doing like a campaign to this upgrading. So I'm pretty sure this is pertaining to just the beta, just so that we have access to more resources and all that. We have the notice page. So this is obviously a good way to see what kind of new stuff we are looking at. So this one was a pretty significant first banner as far as what is on the beta. This is a repullable first UR guarantee units assembly available. So essentially on the stream, I did this summon, but I didn't realize the fact that you can actually essentially reroll your first pull. So that was kind of cool. You are able to get the following for URs, for the first batch: the RA72, Sasabi, Gundam Exia, and then Phoenix Gundam Power Unleashed. So that was cool. We also do have some events currently. We have this one over here, which is essentially the Psycho Gundam on top of a dice. So that's cool. So this is only an SSR, so not the highest rarity, but that's cool, having our first event, so that's nice. Other than that, we do have the premium unit assembly available, so we would definitely touch upon that in just a little bit. So yeah, and they are planning to add Mobile Suit Gundam C as a main stages, I think 2 days from now. So that should be cool. So I think by then I should be able to just get whatever I need to get done for the other 2 series. So when Gundam C does come out, I should be able to just tackle it without any problem. So that's nice. So that's pretty much what we have so far for the notice tab. The gift box page, whenever you receive any goodies, reward, it will be in here. We have the missions tab. There's various daily missions, cumulative missions, and then event. So there's currently this event when you do clear this 50 times, and yeah, you're gonna be able to get the applicable reward. So we have that. The other let's see, I saw something else on here. There's the panel mission in here as well, so I'm pretty sure we should be getting that whenever the game does launch. This is to get the SSR in Gundam area, so we do have that as well, so pretty nice. And the character request, so this is kind of like you deploy the pilot. I mean, I'm not gonna go too deep in this one, but you essentially accept whatever mission the specific pilot is giving out. When you complete them, you would be able to just get the reward, so that's kind of cool, just getting bits of reward here and there. So this is a weekly reward, getting some diamonds, so that should be good. Obviously, if you are free to play that, it's going to be very important. Why do I still have another one? Oh, I completed the one for Fa, that's why. Okay, that's cool. Let's skip that real quick. Oh, what is that? Add-on armor. So this is a modified item, so that's actually my first piece getting that, so that's pretty good. Max HP, yeah, we can definitely take that. Nice. All right, let's kind of go into the other tab. We have the upgrade tab. So this is essentially showing you all your units that you currently have. So you guys can see I do have Sasabi, and then I do have Ixia. So I did kind of showcase like the all their skills animation. So for Sasabi, there is 4. You have 2 basic skills. So the weaponless, beam tomahawk, beam shot rifle, funnels, and then the long range EX. So that's kind of like the finishing attack of people. So you guys can see the attack on this one is actually quite substantial on here. And the one for Ixia is actually a little bit more. We also do have Transam, so that's kind of cool right there. But yeah, this right here shows you pretty much all the units that you currently own. We have the character, so again, same concept. This is where it shows all the pilots you currently have, and you can actually scout the pilots. There's not actually a way to quote unquote, you know, summon. I don't see any right now, so maybe eventually we'll get that. But essentially, you acquire these pilots via completing the main stages. They drop them from various stages, so at the end, you just have to go ahead and scout them, meaning you just have to pay for them to get them onto your roster. So I do have quite a lot unlocked already, so we have that. I just have not find the resources to actually unlock all of them because they are costing 10,000 a pop. So I only have 100k, so I just can't unlock all of them. But yeah, these are currently the pilot that I'm working at. So to show you guys a little bit more, I think I'll definitely touch upon this in future videos, but you guys can see the character skills, the abilities and whatnot, so those are pretty important as well, so kind of keep that in mind. But the other thing, we have supporters. So supporter, you can kind of call them like the battleship. They are something that you tag along when forming your squad. So they have these cool leader skill ability where if the unit is within this skill leader effects, they gain max HP, attack, defense ability, and so on and so forth. So I don't remember originally having this one, so this is a pretty nice addition to whatever we have. So, and to other people that have more knowledge into the G Generation game series, you guys can definitely let us know or support even a thing for the other game. But yeah, that's cool. So this one is to any Zeta series, AU, Titans, and whatnot. So pretty much free for all, and it gives you a whole roster of who, what unit are applicable. So that's cool, and they give you stat bonuses as well if you are in that. Really nice as well. All right, develop. So develop is definitely going to be a hot topic that I do want to do a separate video on. I specifically remember, I want to say the first beta, the development tab or the development diagram, it was so terrible. But here we are. They kind of 180 the whole development diagram. It looks so much sleeker now. It's incredible, honestly speaking. So this one is simply saying like these are the unit that you can actually develop into, and if you are developing the unit, it is going to take away that base unit. So meaning if I am going to develop the Gundam right here, it is going to take that. So you do have to, you know, be careful about that because you are going to lose that unit, but it does not mean you cannot get them back. You still can. I think this one we can actually do it. All right. Yeah, I already do have all the resources, so technically speaking, I can just go ahead and I can go do that. So that's kind of cool. But within the actual development diagram, it pretty much gives you an idea of all the units that you are able to pretty much just produce yourself in a way. You start from the very left hand side and you follow the arrows to see what you need and etc. So that is cool. And if the whole diagram itself seems a little bit clustery, you want to see the full thing, hey, look at that. They actually give you kind of like a legends, kind of like a smaller aspect of the full diagram. So this is definitely a nice addition. And here you go. You can actually remove the other interface stuff and just click on here to take a look as a whole. This right here is 1000% much more better than the original one. The original one seems so bad. Like I cannot even imagine like looking at the other one and look at this one. This one seems much more refined. They definitely took probably our feedback and be like, all right, we gotta do something better than that. So this one is cool, definitely really cool. And within the Gundam series, it's split them by the Earth Federation, Xeon, and then the Gundam Ultimate. So this is something that you perform, I guess, under circumstances. I don't have the applicable unit to do that yet, but that's kind of cool actually, pretty cool. And you guys can see, as far as like the rankings of it, it's this ultimate unit. So these are cool. These are pretty cool actually. So they will be a little bit harder to obtain, obviously. And for the Xeon actually have a much larger diagram, but I don't think I don't feel overwhelmed by enemies, because as far as just looking at it as a whole, it seems pretty evenly spaced out. It's not really messy. I see clearly where I need to go and what is the next steps to complete XYZ to perform, or to kind of like drop the next unit. So this one is cool, and the fact that you have this as well, simply speaking, you can just click on the dot that you do want to make the unit, and you have that. So that is a very nice touch. You know, I cannot stress enough the improvement they have done to this one is definitely fantastic. So all right, got that done. Next tab, we have the stages. So essentially, this is where you're getting every event. You have to make quests. Essentially, we have the original Gundam series, which I kind of did. I think I did the whole thing on a stream. So Zeta was the one that I kind of did off camera. I wasn't able to complete it on stream because it was gonna take a long time. But we got that coming soon. We are getting the Freedom, or not the Freedom, the Gundam Seam. So that should be cool. Up next, we have the base. This is a kind of cool area as well. We have 4 things going on at the moment. The gallery, to start things off with, this is kind of like the unit database. It gives you a broad idea of currently all the units that are in game, so that is cool. We have the character database as well. So these are currently the applicable pilots. So that's not a lot actually. And then we have the series database. So this one kind of gives you a brief summary of all the series. I was assuming that they're going to show us all the unit as well, but they did not. But let's see where we are at. I think we have everything, right? From the original Gundam, the new translation for Zeta, Wing, After War. No, I don't think it's everything. I think there are definitely some that they have not done in here. So I think it's more currently to what they have for the beta, while the full version should have much more than this. So yeah, this is just more of like a start to what's there to come. And then we have a story review. So this one is kind of like a breakdown of all the story that went down. So if you do want to play them individually, you do have that as well. So that's cool. Zeta as well, kind of like a quick synopsis in it will. So that's cool as well. And if we exit out of gallery, we have the warship cruise. So this is essentially, you can get collectible items on here. So these are all pretty much important resources to have. So this is simply just that. So that's cool. So now we can collect all the items, and then we have to wait for the next shipment to get back. So we have that. We have the mobile suit dock. Essentially, this is more of like when you complete the main quest, it gives you the unit from that specific category, so from that specific series. So they're just on here. So I think this is just more for display purposes, but that's kind of cool. And this is where we are getting the character quests. So they give you certain stuff. What is this? Deliver units. Do I even want to do that? Probably not, honestly. And the next thing we have is obviously the summoning. Given the fact that this is a gacha game, this is going to be an important element, obviously. So currently we only do have 1 banner. There would be 2 if you guys are starting off from at the beginning. There's actually that guarantee your banner. So that one is actually, you can reroll that one as many times as you want, I guess, in a way. But I stuck with Sasabi because I think Sasabi is actually pretty powerful. But yeah, we have the unit assembly right there. So I'm not going to do any summoning in this one. I simply just want to show you guys what you're looking at. So they are giving you the palette, so that is cool as well. Yeah. And what is this one actually? I don't have any right now, so I can't really do much on that. But there you guys go. And last but not least, we have the menu tab. So it's not much we can do right now. You can't really go into the diamond shop to start whaling on the game at the moment. No profile. We do have the inventory lists right there, gallery. So this is more like a quick tab, or kind of like a quick way to go to whatever you do need to go. So we have that. So but yeah, there you guys have it. So this is more like a brief overview of like what is here in the second beta. You guys can definitely let me know if you guys have played on the first beta and what you guys have seen so far. Do definitely let me know how like how you guys feel about the second beta thus far. Do you guys think the overall improvement is great? But as always, if there are any further improvement that needs to be done, you guys can definitely suggest them to kind of like, oh, let's kind of brainstorm what else needs to be done. But other than that, that's gonna be it for me, and I will be catching you guys all on the next one.